Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, the battle continues on the food waste. So if you look really close on the ground here, you'll see there's almost none wasted on the ground. The ground is just dirt and poop and all that that's dried up, and hay, and where it should be till I clean it out. But they keep picking at the hardware cloth, taking the top off, which is not a big deal. They can't rake it out of the top. I've got it like hooked together where it comes back together after going around the top right here. So that, I'm not too worried about that. The bottom, they keep knocking it loose and getting it up far enough. They're still trying to rake it up from under it. I've watched them do it. So I've come behind, and I see the Phillips screw there and another one there. I went behind and screwed the wire hardware cloth down to where they can't pick it up. And I made sure that my 1-inch openings here matched up with a hole where there was feed. So there. So there's plenty of space for them to get the feed out and not be able to rake it out. So I think that problem is solved. We'll see as we continue on. This is the oldest feeder I've got. It's probably 2 years old, and it's starting to dry rot where the top was starting to break. And so I'm probably going to have to order another one. Those things went from, $20 when I first started buying them to, I don't know, 30 or 40 now. And I hate to buy another one, but I'm going to have to pretty soon. But I had another problem. Y'all know there was one day I only got 2 eggs out of these 11 hens. Then I got 6 or 7 the next day, and I think I got 8 the next day. And so what I've noticed is usually if the hens break an egg, it'll wet everything in the nesting box, and then all the other eggs in there get nasty and wet from the broken egg that they ate. But what I'm noticing is I'm not seeing that. Y'all know I had an egg in each nesting box marked with a pencil so I could identify which one I was leaving there to entice the hens to set. Did that in the middle pen as well. Well, my penciled eggs have disappeared, and I have not had messy eggs. So I'm thinking I probably have a snake problem, and I have not found him. Matter of fact, I'm looking around now while I'm standing in here. It's happening during the day because there's no eggs left in here at night except those that are pencil marked, and I'm losing more than just those eggs. So I put one of my cameras out here, one of my spare cameras, and that's how I caught the last snake. I saw the snake in there. It was actually after baby chicks, and it had got a couple of them, but I saved a few. We ran out there about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night when I saw him, and went out there and, took my machete to him. But so I think I've got the food waste problem solved. It's not all over the ground anymore. Now I've got to figure out what's getting my eggs, and I'm pretty sure it's got to be a snake. There is a little hole there where I let the chickens free range, and they dug on the outside of the pen, and they're digging on the inside. Made a little bit of a hole, so a snake can easily come through that. But it's not staying in the pen, whatever it's doing. And mice typically don't eat the eggs. They will if it's busted, but they don't typically break the eggs. So I've been looking, and I have not seen any signs of one. But the eggs disappearing definitely sounds like I've got an egg thief, which is a chicken snake or a rat snake, getting my eggs. So I'm trying to catch him. So today so far, I've got the 5 in the right and 2 in the left. That's only 7 from 11 hens. Now, there may be 1 or 2 more laid this afternoon because it's early afternoon, and I got to get my drills and stuff out of here. It's possible that I get 1 or 2 more from over here. It's just not likely. They don't lay a lot late in the afternoon. But one more thing I want to show y'all. So that's 2, right? Now I've had eggs come up missing from this middle pen as well. So I'm going to go in here, and they're probably going to freak out and want to run. I screwed their wire down also, and I also did the first pin where the barnyard mix is. Just because when the hens are moved around, I don't want them to be able to take it off. So I've got that problem, I think, solved. But look at my nesting box, y'all. There's 3 hens in there, a hen in each one. And the reason I want to point that out, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. And did y'all just see that? I'll have to go back and look at the video, see if y'all saw it. She just raked an egg up under her. Well, other hens have tried to get in there and lay, and she has been raising sand, not wanting to get out of that nesting box. And you see her raking the eggs up under her. When they're laying an egg, they don't typically do that. But I'm pretty sure she's done got broody, and I'm hoping she's gotten broody. And these other 2 haven't been in there more than 10 minutes. But she's been in there for a couple hours so far. So I'm hoping she'll stay there tonight when the sun goes down and they all go to bed. And hopefully I can get that daggum egg thief, whatever it is, before these baby chicks are hatched or before it takes the eggs that I put up under her. So we will see. I haven't seen one in here, but I am going to look around a little bit. A lot of mouse poop back there. Of course, that's normal because the chickens can't get back there. But I know a buddy of mine had a chicken pen that was only about 4 foot tall, and he had to bend over to go in. It was like 8 or 10 foot deep, but only 4 foot tall, and he had to bend over and go into the back to the nesting boxes to get his eggs, or the ones on the ground, you know. Well, I don't do that. I build one that's 8 foot tall. The studs come 8 foot, I'm going to leave it 8 foot. And that's the way mine are, so I can walk in there and I can see. The biggest problem is wasps will build nests in them once in a while. Usually the chickens will take care of the wasp and they won't build a nest in here, but every now and then you'll get one. But I can see a snake in there. He walked in, he has got about halfway, and one dropped down out of the rafters right in front of his face, and it scared the dog mess out of him. So I don't build short little pens where I got to get into a tight spot. Now, I'm not terrified of snakes, but I'm not going to intentionally build a pen to where I can't get in or out like I need to. So, all right, you see the chickens have been digging. I've got to add some dirt there because they're going to end up going under that wire and digging up the water line that goes to that faucet, and it runs around to the other side of the barn that I use to water the garden with. It's not going to hurt it in the summer in South Georgia. And they've dug it up here, and they're starting to dig it up there, and there's a spot out in the field that was dug up. So I'm going to have to bring some dirt in when I clean these pens out or something and fill those holes back in. But I just wanted to show y'all, I think I've solved the problem with the chicken feed waste. I put a camera in here so I can figure out what is getting my doggone eggs. The only time I've ever had that happen, it was a snake. I've had that happen twice in the last 10 or 12 years. It's not very often when I do that, when I have that problem. But it's overcast today. And I see a little bit of blue shining through, believe it or not, but they forecasted thunderstorms today. I mean, all I've gotten 3 times a day was just enough sprinkle to say, okay, it might rain, and then I go in the house and it quits. It's not even registering in the rain gauge. So that's one of my oldest ones that I bought grown, but she wasn't quite old enough to lay when I bought her. No, that's not her. She's one I hatched. That's her over there. She got brown all over her chest. But anyway, lays colored eggs. So the barnyard mix seems to be doing pretty good. I don't just want to open the gate and let them all mix together. I don't want her picked on again, but I'm going to watch her the rest of the day. And if she seems to be walking okay and I don't see any sores on her feet or legs or anything, they all look pretty good now, I may go ahead and let them chickens remix and give her some company. But I'm going to watch her and see how she acts the rest of the day. All right, I'm going to get off here, get my drill and my impact out of there. I've got a pocket full of screws. Brought more than I needed, but I didn't want to have to run back to the house to get it. And Leo, believe it or not, has been hanging around today. He usually comes, eats, and disappears, and then comes back and eats and disappears, but he knows I'm talking about him. I heard his name. Taking him a nap. But I'm going to get off here, guys. I appreciate y'all following my channel, subscribing, hitting the thumbs up, leaving me comments. It means a lot to me, and I do appreciate y'all. As Tony, well, there's that stray cat. It fights with Louie, so I may have to take care of that one. He comes up and chases Louie off. So I don't know if y'all can see it from here. It's on the other side of the chicken pen right there, see? He's just a wild cat. He won't let you get anywhere near him, but he will chase my cat. So, all right, I'm going to get off here. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. Remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. And I hope that hen is setting. But look at there. See how far down the feed is? That feeder's just a little bit below half. They're not starving to death. They can get to the feed. They're just not able to rake out the extra. There's none on the ground. It's made a huge difference in the amount of feed I'm going through. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all be good.